We live in a world of excess, but with more anxiety. We live in a world with more qualifications and degrees and less wisdom. There are so many things in this world where we've got an abundance of clutter in our minds, in our lives, in our world, and we're not feeling any happier. This is about actually taking control. There's very few things in life that we can control, but we can control ourselves as much as possible and also our environment. So this is about power planning your day, your life, and most of all, feeling happy and at one with life. Now, I know as someone who gets to burnout stage, before I reflect how important it is. Not only do I have chronic fatigue, so important to power plan and structure around your own energies in the day and in life too, because too often, especially passive people, as I have been, is actually trying to extremely people please and not even thinking about your own energies. So yes, there's certain things that we can't avoid, but we can try and assert our needs. And we can try and assert our needs and get ourselves as well as possible so that we can embrace and challenge anything. Because without looking after ourselves, we can't really look after other people. That's why power planning is not just great for you, it's great for your mind, your body. And actually what I've realised by being more assertive, people start to respect you more. And it's not about what people think, but at the same time, it's so important to really have that structure. So for me, it's actually taking some time away from social media sometimes, whatever it is to you. When I think about some of the greatest gurus and like wise people, they went on lots of different sabbaticals or away in the desert, and it's not about isolating yourself, but it's about nurturing yourself, having that time away from everything, people, whatever it is to you. I'm a natural introvert, so I need that time alone on sabbatical or Sabbath or whatever's restful to you, to restore, retreat, and just get in line how you want your week to look. For me, I'm a morning person, so it's developing my work and life where possible around my morning routine, that power routine. For me, it's getting up at 5 a.m, doing some of my stretches, my yoga, and also listening to positive podcasts or manifestations or affirmations or prayer, whatever it is, and really connecting as well as awake with my emotional intentions for the day. The night before, I've done my to-do list for the day, my kind of action plan to go with my goals, my weekly goals. But that's why I think it's good to have that period away so that you can power plan your week, and then it's easier so you don't feel overwhelmed when you start the day. You kind of know what you're going to be doing. Yes, there's always things that take us off track. It's not about being too hyper analytic, because that can be a stress for perfection in its own right. It's actually about being perfect in the present, and that the present is the perfect moment. That's what we're striving for, to be more conscious, to be more mindful. For me, that's what I'm trying to strive for, is getting those more grounded times where we don't feel so kind of overwhelmed and fragmented with life, with work, with all these different triggers. So really taking back some control. So take that time out firstly for yourself to power plan your week, your life. What do you want it to look like? What isn't serving you? What is serving you? What brings you genuine joy? And then make sure that you're putting in your big blocks of energy, your big marbles in life, your big core values in first into your week, and then all the little bits on top, and then see how long you've got for everything else. And actually having a look at structuring your week to suit your energy flows. Have a think about when you flow. It might take a few weeks to adjust. That's why it is good to start with kind of jotting down what you're doing each day, and then you can start to say no to things, because then with every goodbye is a new hello, and a much deeper hello. And for me, it's about having deep connections with people, not just tons of people I don't know and then send me off track if they're being mean, or because I'm such a high vibing person, if someone's negative vibing, it really like throws me and it upsets me. So really thinking about what works for you, deep connections for me, and also having that time, self-care, on my own, writing, whatever it is to you that will make you feel amazing. Planning that self-care, it is so important. So I want you to step back, reflect, start to look at your week first, and then start to plan it. Trial it, do you work better on a morning, on an evening? How do you routine? And for me, I like the same structure each day, because otherwise I feel totally off track. Not too it's not at all rigid, because it's about going with the flow, but it's having some kind of order so that you kind of know, okay, this is the theme of the day, or this is the block of the day, and it's working out what's best for you with your energy, your hormones, your life, and also planning on the good days, but reminding yourself of the not so good days, just so that you know on the not so good days you don't have to think about things. You just try and do the minimal in your plan. That's why I think keep loose plans. Do you know, anyone who's made a birthing plan knows things don't go to plan. But it's having that rough flow that you know works and supercharges you to give you back the control, you back the power, you back those superhero charms that you have within you. It's about time to power plan your week. Let me know what your week's going to look like at Mama May blog, at Sparkle Communications. I'd love to hear how you're going to energy plan, power plan. I know I'm still working on it. It's taken a few weeks, but I've needed some time away, time just reflecting on my own in between doing lots of work and whatnot. But that is my passion and my calling, so I love it. But yeah, I'd love you to subscribe, and most of all, I'll see you very soon. Peace, love, and shimmies.